Okay, so we're gonna do problem number 5, which has 3 equations that we're gonna solve. Remember, the first step whenever we're solving is that we need to get the exponent, the base and the exponent isolated by dividing. So we need to get rid of this 8, and since these are getting multiplied together, we're going to divide by 8 on both sides. So divide this by 8, divide this by 8. That crosses off. This is 10 to the n equals 1,000. Some of you at this point might recognize what n needs to be at this point, but if not, you can keep going and write it into a log problem. So I'm going to change this into the logarithmic form, which is going to be log base 10 of 1,000 equals n. And then if I still don't recognize what the answer is, because I could count the zeros for this, I could go to my calculator. So we can go to our calculator and type in log base 10 of 1,000. Remember, whenever we're using our calculator, log base 10 is the default one. That's the only one that the calculator can do automatically. So we don't need to write the 10. So we can just write log 1,000, and that means log base 10, and that's 3, which we should have seen that when we saw how many zeros there were. But if you didn't, this whole thing, when I put it in the calculator, equals 3. So n equals 3. And then remember, you can always check your answer by plugging the 3 back in here and putting it in the calculator. So if I put the whole problem in the calculator, I should get 8,000. So if I go back to my calculator, and the problem was 8 times 10 to the n, and we're saying n is 3. If this is right, I should get 8,000, and it is. All right, so let's do the next one. So it's the same issue. There's a 4 on the same side as the base and the exponent. So I need to get rid of that 4. So I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. So that gets rid of that. That leaves me with 10 to the 2y. 3,600 divided by 4 is 900. Now I need to make this into a log problem. So my base is 10. My answer is 900. And my exponent is 2y, so that goes on the other side. I'm going to put this into the calculator. And again, this is base 10. So I can do that directly into my calculator. I'm going to go to my calculator, and it was log base 10 of 900. So I can just write log of 900. And that gives me that whole decimal. So when I go back, I have this 2.954. Remember, don't round it yet, or just leave it in your calculator as kind of like a place value. So 2.9, and then it keeps going on and on. Don't round it yet, equals 2y. So then to get rid of that 2, just like I'm back in algebra 1, divide both sides by 2. And that will tell me what y equals. So go back to my calculator, divide that answer that I left in there by 2. And I get 1.477. And again, I can check my answer. So the problem started as 4 times 10 to the 2y. So I'm going to do 2 times the answer by hitting second negative. And I'm leaving it in the same parentheses with the 2, so the calculator knows. And if I get the right answer of 3,600, then I know I got the right answer, and that's what I got. So my y is at 1.4771. So when I go back to write my answer, I'm writing that 1.4771, and I know I'm 100% right because I checked my answer. Oops, 7. This is a 7, 7, 1. All right, and then number 3, same issue. Don't get scared of the fraction. The calculator is going to handle the fractions for us. We need to get rid of this 3 by dividing. So I'm going to divide this 3/8 by 3. That will leave me with 2x on this side. And then to figure out what 3/8 divided by 3 is, I'm just going to my calculator. I'm telling the calculator divide 3/8 by 3. And I get this decimal. Math, enter, enter. So I get 1/8. So that's what that equals. So I'm going to go back and write 1/8. Now I need to make it into a log problem. This is 1/8. So make this into a log problem. My base this time is 10, which means I can't just directly put it in the calculator. I need to change the base. And then 1/8 equals x. So I can't just type log 1/8 into the calculator. Remember, when I have this, I have to do log 1/8 divided by log 2. That's how I can change the base. So that way I can put it in the calculator. And remember, the base here, this is log base 2, the base goes in the basement. So that's like the bottom of it. So that's your little trick to remember, the base goes in the basement. So that's what I'm gonna go do in my calculator. Log of 1/8 divided by log of 2, oops. Log of 2, and I get -3. And we should have recognized once we had that set up as a log problem, that if I had a fraction here, that would have been the key, that I should know that my answer should be a fraction or negatives. So x equals -3. And again, I can check this -3 by plugging it in here for the x value in my calculator. So if I do that, I can check my work. The original problem was 3 times 2 to the x, and we're saying the x is -3. And if that's right, I will get 3/8, because that's what the problem started with. And when I change it back into a fraction, I do get 3/8. So that is the correct answer of -3.